Let me out of the egg. I'm now out of the egg.
I'm an adult.
Crazier than a road lizard.
What's up, big boys, and welcome to the 2018 Russia World Cup predictor video. We are one day away from the greatest show in the history of the world. I always say it anytime a World Cup comes around. If aliens come down from outer space and we are going to show them one thing that we have pride in, if there's one thing that we just want them to see and is reflective of our culture, maybe don't pay attention to some of like the corruptness in leagues and stuff like that, but the beautiful game. It's the World Cup. It's the most exciting tournament. And as much as I hate that it's only every 4 years, I also love that it's every 4 years because it makes it such a special tournament. If you guys are absolutely hyped for the World Cup, smash that like button if you want your country to win and raise that vaunted trophy, which is the World Cup. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. But we are, like I said, gonna do our World Cup predictions. Now, I'm using the EA one. We're starting off with Group A, and I'm gonna make a prediction where I'm gonna say that Uruguay get in first. Now, a lot of people, this next prediction is one that people are probably gonna second guess. Again, not the strongest group by any means, quite possibly the weakest group of the bunch, but I'm gonna go and say Egypt finished second. A lot of people would say Russia maybe even first or second, but I don't think Cherry Shepard, whoever the manager is, I'm not sold on him. He's left out a couple really, really good players defensively. I believe the Berezutski brothers have been left out, as well as a few others. I think he lets personal matters get into his lineup decision. So I'm going to say Uruguay first, Egypt second for Group A. I'm going to make a very bold prediction here. I'm going to say Spain go first. But get this, if you're Portuguese, I want you to turn your head because I'm just going to go ahead and say, I know Portugal are there's a very good chance it's Portugal and Spain, but for the purposes of this prediction, I'm going to go with a very dark horse sleeper cell. I'm going to go with a dark horse candidate led by Jahanbakhsh and Azmoun, as well as a very underrated defense. I'm going to say Iran finished second in the group. Now, I know Portuguese guys are probably going crazy. If you're a Sporting fan, you're probably super depressed that not only are Sporting no longer a club basically, but if you guys like me as a YouTuber, I've just now selected Iran over Portugal. But that is one of my dark horse candidates to go to the round of 16. So I'm going to say Spain and Iran. Again, don't underestimate Iran. They've got a very, very solid defense. I'm going to say France, no question there. Australia, I don't think they have it. Peru, I think, is going to maybe be the team that gets out second. Again, I know I have a bunch of Danish fans, but Denmark, I'm just not 100% sold defensively on Denmark. Peru, first time in 36 years, but they've got a very, very solid side. Do not underestimate Peru. I'm going to say France and Peru make it out of that one. I'm going to go ahead and say Argentina get out of Group D, and then really, this is maybe one of the groups of death easily. Again, Iceland, a very organized side. Croatia, tons of young and mixed age talent, and then you've got Nigeria. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and say, because I've taken already a couple chances with having Iran go through, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Croatia. I know Iceland are right there neck and neck with Croatia, but I'm going to say Croatia just edge them out because I think they have a little bit more class and experience, even though I believe Iceland beat them in a friendly. They either beat them or they drew, but I've got Argentina and Croatia going through in that group. Up next, of course, Brazil is going to go through. That is a given. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to call Switzerland from that one. Serbia and Costa Rica, very talented groups. But Switzerland, the country I was born in, don't have that nationality. Obviously, none of my parents are Swiss. But I'm going to say Brazil and Switzerland get out on the heels of Shaqiri, Jamali, and a couple of the other really, really talented Swiss players they have there. So I'm going to go ahead and say that. I'm going to say Germany get out of this group. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Mexico get out. One of the most unlucky, I don't know if unlucky is the right word, but one of the most unfortunate sides ever to not win a World Cup. Mexico has lost, I believe, more times than any other nation that has made it into the round of 16 or group. So Mexico, I think this is going to be the time they get through. Sweden, again, a very organized side without Ibra. We don't know how they're going to play. This is the first World Cup they're going to be playing in without Ibrahimovic. And then South Korea, I just don't think they have enough as a group to be able to go through. Germany and Mexico for me. And then here, I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and say Belgium, England. I think you could probably flip it. I think England could finish on the top of this group given the strength. Belgium, you never know what you're going to get from day to day, but I'm going to go ahead and say Belgium, England, kind of go conservative and safe there. And then our group H, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Colombia get out there. And then I'm going to go ahead Not sure how big of an upset it is. Japan, again, another team that I don't think has enough quality as a group to get through. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Senegal. You've got Mane, you've got a bunch of strong players. You've got Koulibaly. You got some really good players on that Senegal side. I know Poland are a very strong side and probably the favorites to get out as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Colombia and Senegal in that group. So now we've got an interesting little round of 16. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Uruguay beat Iran. I'm going to go and I'm going to say Brazil. I don't think this is going to be a blowout, the blowout that people would expect. I'm going to say Brazil over Mexico. I'm going to say Spain over Egypt. That's pretty easy there. And then Germany over Switzerland. I'm going to say France over Croatia. I'm going to say Belgium over Senegal. Argentina over Peru. And then this would actually be a very crazy match. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say England. I think a lot of people are selling England short. I know it's a very young, talented side, but I don't think people are giving them the respect that they deserve, given that they can go really deep in this tournament. So we are currently in the quarterfinals. This is gonna be a really nutty match. I'm gonna go France there. I'm gonna say you know what? I'm gonna say Spain over Argentina because Spain, in my opinion, are the favorites to win the entire thing. Brazil versus Belgium. I'm going to say Brazil, and then Germany over England. I'm going to say Germany over England has had quite a bit of recent success versus them, and that is going to be our quarterfinal bracket. I'm going to go ahead. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Given that Spain are my favorites, I have to send them through, even though you guys know I support Germany. I think Germany are really good. They're going to need a lot of things to happen. They're going to need Timo Werner to be absolutely on point. He's going to need to convert chances, but I think Spain are just an incredible side. In my opinion, one of the favorites and my favorite to win the entire thing. And then between Brazil and France, I think, again, France just maybe come up a little bit short. I think we have a Brazil-Spain final at the World Cup. And I'm just thinking of Piqué, Ramos. I'm thinking of Isco. I'm thinking of Rodrigo. I'm thinking of just the depth that Spain has. As sexy as Brazil is, I'm going to go ahead, and I know if you're a Brazilian subscriber, you're not going to like that, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Spain. So that is my World Cup prediction. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Maybe you guys let me know what you would have done differently, but I've got the World Cup winners as Spain. As you guys can see there, Ramos, Silva, they've got Isco, De Gea, and Iniesta. Just, in my opinion, just a super strong squad. And I think Spain are going to do it. Brazil runners up, and then maybe Germany winning the third place game. So we have switched over to the World Cup mode, obviously you can see, but now what we're going to do is we've done our own prediction. We said Spain over Brazil, but now we are going to see who FIFA are going to decide, or at least when we do the simulation, who they decide is going to win the World Cup. We're going to select Germany. We are going to advance. And we are going to see what FIFA 18, how they decide the World Cup is going to end up. So if you guys do enjoy these, maybe hit that like button. But if you guys do want to see a guaranteed 7 or 10 of the guaranteed icon packs on the World Cup mode, smash that like button down below. Lets me know that you guys would want to see that. Now we got some breaking news. Portugal victorious over rival Spain. So that's interesting. So let's see top scores so far. Kylian Mbappe, El Amadi for Morocco, and then Higuain did not miss in his first game. He managed to put one through there, as well as a bunch of other leaders, obviously. Germany versus Mexico. I simmed this one earlier today. Again, this is my first time. I just wanted to see how the mode worked. I simmed this one earlier, and they actually beat Germany 1-0. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to sim the match, but I do want to... can I take out Sané in the starting lineup? Let's see, is Sané in the starting lineup? He is not in the starting lineup. Unfortunately, there's no way to change that, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to sim match number 1, and let's see what happens here. 4th, 5th minute, Semikandila already picking up a yellow, so that is not great. 20th minute, Timo Werner gets us on the board. Let's go. That is going to need to be, that's going to be the key to Germany's success there. Draxler, let's go, 2-0. Werner and Julian Drax, a.k.a. Draxler, a 2-0 start, 66-67, made some substitutions, and it looks like, unless a miraculous goal here happens, Gundogan, 3-0. 3-0 in the match versus Mexico. To my Mexican supporters, I'll just have you know, when I simmed this earlier today, it was Mexico 1-0, so I guess it goes either way. Werner, Draxler, and Gundogan get on the board. Let's see what's going on in the other rounds. Sweden beat Korea Republic 2-0. And then Mexico take the L, so they get 0. So Hazard impresses for Belgium. Let's see what some of these other news items are. Credible performance with 3 goals. Belgium and Panama delivered a great game that ended 4-0. Ozil's great performance. So he gets man of the match, which is kind of cool. As a matter of fact, that's actually really cool that they have these little animations. And then Portugal scored 1 against Spain to record a memorable 1-0 win. My German is kicking in there against their traditional rival. So Kylian Mbappe has himself 4. Looks like he's going to be the Golden Boot winner if this continues. Let's see. Germany, obviously Timo Werner only had 1. We're going to go ahead and we're going to sim the match versus a Ibra-less Sweden. So we're going to see how this works out. We're going to advance. I'm going to predict if we beat Mexico 3-0, I would expect this to be at least a 2-0 victory. 2-0 victory. I would not expect Sweden to score is basically what I'm saying. Mats Hummels, of course Mats Hummels is good for at least 1 goal in the tournament with a header. Julian Draxler 2. And Klus picks himself up a yellow, and then Özil. Bro, Germany is cruising through this group stage. Are they done? They haven't conceded a goal yet. 7-0 on aggregate across 2 matches versus Mexico and Sweden. So they managed to pick up 6 points. Sweden, so Mexico draws with Korea Republic, sending Korea and Mexico home, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or do we have one? No, we have one more game. I'm an absolute idiot. Okay, Saudi Arabia defeat rivals Egypt. Okay, wow. We are going to sim this. We are going to sim this last group stage match and see what happens here. I think this is where we concede one. Heung-min Son is going to get on the board. I think South Korea is going to get on the board. No, never mind. 9 minutes in, Julian Draxler, he's up to 2 goals in the tourney. And I'm expecting a German goal here any second now. Absolutely cruising through this thing. Let's see, before half, nope. Gomez comes on in place of Timo Werner. Heung-min Son, yep, he's going to score the goal. I called it first to concede against. Sane comes on, gets himself a yellow. And we get ourselves a 1-1 draw versus the Korea Republic. And I believe that's good for 7 points. And I think that sees Sweden get through. Mexico with 1. Sorry, Mexico beat Sweden 3-1 and go through. So Germany and Mexico, that is actually correct. That is what I predicted in my predictions. Brazil scored 2 against Mexico to record a memorable 2-0, so we're already in the round of 16. So that kicks them out. Mexico goes out to Brazil. Uruguay have confirmed that Cavani will be sidelined for approximately 2 months, which is crushing. And then Draxler's great performance gets him a man of the match. Let's see how accurate we got. So Uruguay and Russia get out of that one. I predicted Uruguay, and then Russia. Egypt didn't really live up to my prediction hype. Goals against 4, goals for 3. That was very close there. Group B, Spain and Portugal. Iran, how many goals did Iran concede? Goals against 3. Okay. And then also 3 goals scored. So Iran, close game with Spain. And then Iran also gave Portugal a really tough match, a 1-0 loss there. France and Denmark, I predicted Peru go through, and it was not a competition. 7-7 for each one. Argentina, Croatia, I predicted that 7-6. Brazil and then Switzerland, I predicted that one. Some people would have Serbia go through on that one. So 6 for Brazil, 6 for Switzerland. Let's take a look at the matches there. Brazil 2-0 over them. Switzerland 2-0 over Serbia. And then Brazil lose to Serbia. So that's an interesting little fixture right there. Germany go through in a miraculous 8 goals for, 1 goal against run. Belgium and England go through. Again, 6-6. That one could have gone very easily. The goal differential very close. So that really proves the point that England possibly could go through as the first seed in Group G. And then I said Colombia, Senegal as well. So my predictions were actually pretty spot on in terms of what FIFA was predicting as well. So we're going to go to Germany, Switzerland is exactly what I predicted. So we're going to see what happens here. We're going to sim that match. And it is going to happen right here. Is there a crazy Switzerland upset over Germany? Obviously, both German-speaking nations. Draxler, Boateng's injured, though. We get on the board in the 4th minute. Lichtsteiner picks up a yellow, and then Boateng is injured in the 5th. Look how much stuff happens right there. 2-0, and it looks like Germany is cruising to this World Cup final. Xhaka comes on. Draxler is the man of this tournament so far. He's just lighting up the goals. Not even the 70th minute. Timo Werner, 4-0. Dude, do I have sliders on for Germany right now? What is actually going on? Okay, hold on a second. I want to see this one more time. Okay, so Uruguay over Portugal sends Uruguay through. France, a very close victory over Croatia, sends France through. So that's a France-Uruguay. And then Uruguay beat France 1-0. That's a little wild. Okay, so Brazil over Mexico 2-0. Belgium over Senegal 4-1. Wow. And then Brazil face off versus Belgium and beat them 2-1. So a South American affair on the left in the semis. We've got Russia, beating Spain in pens. So my favorite to win the entire thing, they get knocked out in the first round of 16. Argentina barely come out on top versus Denmark, and then we just saw Germany beat Switzerland 4-0. Colombia beats England on pens, which is a very England thing to happen. Not great at pens, and then Germany face Colombia. So there's a very good chance that there's going to be a South American. Look at the South American love. Uruguay, Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina left in the round of 16. I think Argentina are going to smoke Russia here. Colombia, a very strong team, but I just don't envision a scenario where where this simulation is going to have Germany lose to Colombia. Let's see. Can we get on the board like we have in the first 20 minutes? Khedira picks up the yellow. Timo Werner burning through. Gets himself a goal in the 13th. A red card for Sami Khedira. A 10-man Germany for the remainder of the entire match. Is Colombia going to get on the board? No. Timo Werner and then Özil. It is out of hand. Bro, Khedira gets sent off in the 25th, and it doesn't matter. A 10-man Germany handily beat Colombia, scored 2 goals after Khedira is sent off. This is actually really, really fun. I didn't realize how fun this was actually going to be. Uruguay, Brazil. Brazil has to go through, right? So Germany beats Colombia. Argentina beats Russia again on pens. Uruguay beats Brazil. Hold on a damn second. With the end of the FIFA World Cup, Germany looks to beat Argentina to keep their chances of... So a rematch of the 2014 World Cup. Boateng has confirmed he will not be available for the next 2 days. Will he not be available for the final? Hold on a damn second, boys. Is he not going to be available for the final? 4-3 on pens in order to go to the final. So Uruguay has gone through, Portugal has gone through France and Brazil. Not sure how realistic that is, but they've got incredible players. They've got really, really good players at every position. So Uruguay go through at the final, and then a rematch of the 2014 World Cup. What's going to happen? Does Messi have enough to take through? Does Higuain score the goal that he missed? In 2014, there is an unavailable player within your chosen starting 11. Would you like to fix the problem myself and change? Auto replace the unavailable player for just this match. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that, and we are gonna see if Argentina can do what they were not able to do in 2014. We're going to see how close it gets. Timo Werner gets on the board in the 14th minute. Messi missed a pen, bro. What? That disrespect, though. Hold on a second. Hector gets a yellow. Gomez comes off 2-0. That's it. That's going to be game. Argentina might get a pity goal here, but Messi misses a pen. That disrespect, though. 90th minute. It looks like it's going to be it is in fact going to be a Germany-Uruguay final in the World Cup, and a Brazil 3-1 victory, and then Brazil gets the third place, picks up the third place. Julian Draxler, man of the match. I've seen a bunch of sims from other people where Werner gets it, Hazard gets it, Mbappe gets it, but Julian Draxler and Timo Werner, 6 and 5 goals together. Absolutely insane, and that leaves us just one more thing to do. We are going to sim the World Cup final and see what happens here. So, 6 o'clock, July 15th. Are we gonna get him? We're gonna get on the board in the first 20 minutes. Ozil gets himself a pen and he converts. 11 minutes in, Julian Draxler picks up an injury. The man of the tournament is out of this match. Doesn't look like he's coming through. Jimenez already picks up a yellow. Uruguay getting a little frustrated. Sane Sanchez come on for Germany and Uruguay. Joshua Kimmich picks up the goal that makes it 2-0. If this happened in real life, this would be one of the greatest World Cup runs in World Cup history. And then wouldn't you know it, Leroy Sané, who is not even in the squad, there was no way I could alter that, doesn't even make it through, manages to put Germany up 3-0. So that is absolutely insane. So Germany beats Uruguay to win the World Cup. Germany just steamroll every team that they came up against, and an emphatic win. My favorite, Spain, get kicked out by host nation Russia. So let's go ahead and look at the top scorers here. Golden Boot winner is Julian Draxler with 5. Özil was bagging goals, so the first, second, and then 6th place goal scorers were all Germany. Obviously, they went deep, so that makes sense. And then Mesut Özil looks like he's the man of the tourney with 4 goals and then 4 assists, a total of 8 goal contributions across the World Cup. Just an incredible performance. And then Colombia is Izquierdo gets himself 4 assists. You know we love him on Ultimate Team. Higuain gets himself 2. And see if anyone else here stands out. Cheryshev gets himself 4. Gabriel Jesus for Brazil looks like he overtook Neymar. So Brazil has Firmino, and then Gabriel Jesus putting in the goals. But anyway, boys, that is our prediction. We predicted ourselves that Spain was going to do it, and then we managed to send Germany through. as the World Cup champions. But anyway, boys, that is our selection as well as the FIFA prediction. We've got Manuel Neuer accepting the World Cup award. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you guys thought there was anything interesting in that sim for FIFA 18, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to see another one of these maybe tomorrow before the World Cup kicks off, let me know by smashing that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. World Cup kicked off. Can't wait for it to start. I will see you guys for another upload tomorrow. Till next time, boys. Tschüss. Later. Ade.